everyone, welcome to another episode of The Front. As always, you could cruise on over to my website, leadtheteam.net, for free sales training, for motivational content, and for leadership tips. And if you would, tune in to leadtheteam.tv. I do new episodes of The Front every Wednesday and Sunday, and would love to have you participate in the conversation and tune in on the YouTube channel. If you're interested in the audio podcast, those are available on Google Play, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify, just about every podcast platform out there. You just have to type in The Front and Mike Phillips, and it should come right up. Now, whether you're watching this episode of The Front, or if you're tuned in and listening to it right now, please participate in the comments down below. Share your thoughts and share your opinions. Feel free to ask questions and start a discussion, because often that leads to a really excellent future show. So today, I'm going to be sharing with you some leadership notes right now on The Front.
Thanks for tuning in to Lead the Teams, The Front.
Yes, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Mike Phillips, and I will be your host. This is The Front, and today I'm going to be sharing with you some leadership notes. This is a collection of things that I put together, got it on paper, and I thought, man, this would make a really good show, so I'm going to share it with all of you. When I'm talking about some leadership notes, first off, many people think that they should be a leader. They think that they're in a leadership role. And while some people are right, you have to be really honest in your assessment of leadership, because sometimes people are not right about their leadership ability or where they're at in their leadership ability. In fact, if you're looking from the outside, one of the things that you have to be careful of is who you're falling in line with to follow and to mentor you and to learn things from. Because here we are in 2018. Anybody that has a bunch of social accounts and a smartphone can set up and say, well, I'm going to spend $5 or $10 on sponsored ads, and I'm going to put together this leadership conference, and people will sign up for it. So you have to really be cautious about what you're getting and who you're following and who you're signing up for. In fact, people that just have a desire or want to stake their claim in leadership, it takes more than that. It takes real character and assets and skill set and fortitude and follow through. Real leadership takes work. You see, people often assume that once they are in a management role that they've made it, that now they've got the leadership title, so people should fall in line and start following them, right? Well, that's not how leadership works. Leadership is more about the deeds. It is significantly more about the deeds and the actions of the person than it is about the title. See, if you've gained the title, but people are not following you, that's definitely the sign of a manager rather than a leader. If you have that title and people aren't following you, it's possible that it's because you are not showing people your talent. You're not sharing those talents that got you into that position in the first place. Or secondly, you may have to step outside of yourself and have a really honest self-assessment about what your leadership qualities are. So today, I took the time to compile these thoughts on paper. I've got 5 things that I'm going to share with you. These are just miscellaneous leadership notes in no particular order. First, you have to care about people. Like deeply, truly care about people. I've shared that a lot lately. I think there's a disconnect sometimes in leadership. You have to get to know the people that are your followers, the people that are choosing to follow you. You have to care about them. Next, and this kind of ties in with the first one, but you gotta care more about the people than the process. Managers are good at processes, and leaders have to have processes also, because you need processes to get things done, but you have to care more about the people than the process, because you need people to execute on the process to achieve the goals. Third is that strong leaders understand that their sense of purpose impacts growth. The most impactful leaders, the most successful leaders, are not ones that are driven by power or a title or money. You know, they're driven by that genuine sense of purpose of what ignites them and what fires them up. And then what happens over time is the people that are following them, they get so excited to know that their leader knows their purpose, and they find their purpose as well, being the followers. And then what happens is ultimately the money follows that anyway, because they're passionate about it. But that is not the driving force behind purpose. It never is. See, leaders are willing to share their purpose because they know it has a genuine impact on their people, on their staff, on their business, on their network, potentially on their community and their society. And they take that really, really seriously. Next is the fact that strong leaders develop people. Real leadership is a people magnet, and it attracts awesome people. And if you're in a leadership role, strong leaders know that by developing people and growing people, they're okay if somebody that's in their charge surpasses them in an area. In fact, it complements their leadership. They understand that, hey, I was able to grow this person and get them further than maybe they could have gotten on their own. And when you realize that, it makes for a markedly stronger team. And the fact is, strong leaders will grow and retain people. If you're not growing and retaining your people, then you may not be a really strong leader, or you may need some work in some areas. That's one of those parts where you have to step outside yourself and offer a self-assessment. Why are my people not staying? And the last one, leaders get results. They get the job done. They know that goals are made to be met, not set. And they do it by doing all these other things that I'm talking to you about this afternoon. They care about their people. They do produce processes, but they care more about the people than the process. They share their sense of purpose. They develop and grow other people. And by doing all those things, they do this last one, which is get the job done. So that's my whole message for today. I just wanted to take a few minutes to share some leadership notes. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining me. If you got something out of this episode, please give it a thumbs up, share it on your social media. And until we speak next, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day.